All right, ladies and gentlemen, Trump is going to be receiving his first intelligence briefings, and this is the first time in American history, at least in recorded history, where they don't trust the Republican or the Democratic person with intelligence. Democrat, obviously, Hillary Clinton couldn't handling classified information, and basically them with Trump saying that he says things without a filter and that they're not really certain what is going to happen, and even suggest that they give him fake briefings um, just in case. So this is the real deal. This is what's happening when they're lying about everything else going on. How intelligence briefings for Clinton and Trump will work. CNN Politics. Trump to receive first classified intelligence briefing Wednesday. So this is what it really comes down to, folks. Two people who can't handle this sort of thing are going to receive the situation.
Briefings to the presidential candidates isn't new, but this year it is different, says former CIA officer and briefer David Priess.
You have a candidate who seems to say what he thinks without a filter. And on the other hand, you have somebody that the FBI director has called out publicly for being careless with classified information. We've never had a situation like this before.
Donald Trump says Hillary Clinton's email scandal put the country at risk.
And I'm saying you can't brief her. You can't brief her.
All right, and that's basically it. So, first classified intelligence briefings. And this is going to be quite an amazing situation. I'm more than certain that Trump has had some level of classified intelligence briefings before in other countries for when he's building his, empire and stuff like that. But it isn't going to involve all of the necessities that the first mega briefing will probably incur if he is elected. But this will give him a taste as to what is actually going on national security wise. I don't know where they start and where they don't go. I don't know if any subject is really off limits if they walk up to the table and go, all right, listen up, it's all fake. And here's why. We have no real pictures of Earth. There's a reason why there's only seemingly one other extraterrestrial race that has been photographed. There's a reason why, the Mars rover has supposedly, been in Greenland this entire time. I'm making some of this stuff up, obviously. Wink, wink, nod, nod. You guys get the idea. But there are reasons for, manipulation of the facts, and then I don't know if they're going to actually go ahead and dump all of the information on him, or if they're going to give him one or two facts and see where he is with it and where he goes with it. My first guess is that the first briefing is just going to be basically a talk, and you'll be given, or he would be given rather, older material like from the 80s and the 90s to say, all right, from this information here, we have the current situation in country X, country Y, country Z, and that is why things are going south, and that this is actually going on. So it'll be very interesting to see where Trump goes with this information, if he comes out with it in any of his speeches to say, oh my God, did you know what I just learned? I just learned that, this whole country and every country around the earth does not have one solid picture of our planet. And they admit publicly that they cannot get that single photo and that it's all a giant scam. My God, can you believe that, folks? It's all a giant scam. I told you it was a scam, and now I've been told it's a scam. Do you want to know why they can't go to space? And, at that point, Secret Service would be dragging him off stage like, sir, come with us. It's time for your Valium, and everything else. So I wanted to bring this to you because I'm very adamant about this. So I'm going to play this one more time so you can hear it.
Secret intelligence briefings to the presidential candidates isn't new, but this year it is different, says former CIA officer and briefer David Priess.
You have a candidate who seems to say what he thinks without a filter. And on the other hand, you have somebody that the FBI director has called out publicly for being careless with classified information. We've never had a situation like this before.
Donald Trump says Hillary Clinton's email scandal put the country at risk.
And I'm saying you can't brief her. You can't brief her. Let's protest.
And that's basically his presidency in a nutshell, folks. You can't brief her. You can't brief her. Let's protest. And Trump is going to be receiving first intelligence briefings as president, or at least leading up to his presidential briefings. Again, I have no idea what they generally start him off with. I imagine it's probably more or less a giant history lesson. And then they basically go into all the, this is what's real, this is what's not real. And next session, we'll go into the major groups and their foundings. P.S., U.S. Federal Reserve founded pretty much everything you can name up to this point. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know exactly what the information will contain in the first briefings, but I imagine they would start off in about 1950 with all the activities leading up to the forming of the Mujahideen, the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, all the way up, and that they would basically just go through a giant history lesson of what they believe the official story is on the world and kind of just debunk everything. So that's what I'm guessing it'll be. Thanks, guys. But I truly believe it's right. He does not have a filter. And she's handled the classified information before, I imagine, when her husband was president. So it is what it is. Thank you.